Hi guys, welcome back. It is July 14th, Thursday, 2016. I'm here for my mid-month update, just a little bit early. We've got a busy weekend going on, so you know, stuff and things. So we're gonna go over what I've been working on, and then I'm also going to do Jessie Marie's behind the scenes tag, because that was a fun one. So thanks, Jessie. Hope y'all been doing good. So it's been a pretty good couple weeks on this front, stitchy wise, getting stuff done. Not getting stuff done around here, but getting some stitching done. I've kind of hit, like last night I hit a little bit of a lull. I didn't want to stitch. Could have been the margaritas though. I went and had dinner with friends, then I came home and tequila. Moving right along. Let's get going. Let's see. So I have notes that I'm looking at. One of them I don't have. One of the things that I worked on. Oh well, who cares? We're just gonna wing it because that's what I do. So I have a couple mini finishes. Pretty excited about those. The first one is the July block for the Magical Creatures calendar. And I did finish this almost completely in one day. It took the morning of the second day. It was a tiny block though. It's cute, and I was killing it, I tell ya. So, July, I substituted Mo's silk in cedar for her tail, I guess that is. And then Mo's banana in the anglerfish. In the bubbles, I got a little bit of a, my lighting's terrible, shadows, sorry. Mo's mongoose, I think, for the blue bubbles. I did use the glow in the dark for the jellyfish. That's that. Cute. I don't know how I feel about August. It's the unicorns, and I'm cool with unicorns and rainbows, but it's a lot of white. Holy Moses, is it a lot of white. I also finished the first block for Petal Pusher's Mystery Oz sampler. I'll link the Facebook group below. She has like a stitch along group now. It's not, I don't think it's just for Oz. I think it's for all of her patterns. But Petal Pusher on Etsy. Barbie is amazing. And this is what I did. I'm stitching this as charted. All of the DMC colors as charted, and I'm doing it on a 28 count linen in Earthen from Fabrics by LJ. The only thing that I changed about this block, besides the fact that I miscounted a whole lot and had to change stuff because of that, actually I really didn't. It's just everything is up a row, and some of my raindrops are touching things and they shouldn't. The math, you guys. I gave Dorothy eyelashes. I did not give Aunt Em eyelashes because she's an old lady and not as fabulous as Dorothy. Not that old ladies can't be fabulous, but in the book and in the movie, Aunt Em, she's a working lady. She works the farm. She's kind of plain. She's not going for eyelashes. So there you go. The second block, I think, releases the 27th of July. Ow! Paper cut! Oh, real life, you guys. Mother. Anyway, I think it's the 27th. So I'll pick that back up then. Actually, I'm going to put this right here. See how I just throw it? You'll see that later when I do the tag. My weekend project is, I'm still looking for that other project to see if I can find it. I'll look for it in a minute. My weekend project is the Durene Jones Lakeside Needlecraft Fantasy Stitch Along. My goal for last weekend was to get to the 8 circles because August comes out August 1st. That's where it's starting. And thankfully I actually got 9 done. I did 6 of these last weekend. So this is where I'm at. I, this weekend, plan on doing the last 3 circles, finishing out that inner border, and then I will start on the outer. That's not as important to me though. I mean, it will be. I am doing this, the lighting's actually really good for this fabric. I'm doing this on a 28 count Jobelin from Witch Else. It is called Bittersweet Light. And I had ordered this fabric for another project. It was for Quaker, one of the Quaker patterns by Rosewood Manor. And it was kind of what the website had suggested as a alternative to the linen. So I was like, no, linen, blah. And when I got it, it was like, no, this is not going to work, but it works great for this. I love it. I love this pattern, and I will link that too. I'll try to link everything. So I will pick that up again tomorrow. I hope. I've got a lot going on this weekend. I'm not sure much stitching is going to happen. I also worked on, this is what I'm looking for. Oh, just, ooh, I do have a little bit of haul. I can't find it. I worked on my Prairie Schooler Santa, my 2006 Prairie Schooler Santa. I do have a picture, so I'll insert a before and after picture right here. And I did that just real quick, I think for like 2 days for the Christmas in July stitch along with cross stitch finish line. And I know that there's a winter holiday in July coming up with Stitch Mania at the end of this month, and I might pull it back out for that because it was fun to work on. And then a couple days ago, yesterday, a couple days ago, I pulled out Spring Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. As some of you might remember, this is an adopted whip that I love. Let me get close in there. It's so pretty. How can you not love this? I don't love this. Here's the thing. It's being stitched on a 36 count linen by Silk Weavers in some unknown name, which I love. 36 count doesn't bother me. I think I've only done one other project with 36 count. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that my stitches seem bulky because I'm using 2 strands, because it started with 2 strands. And then I was looking at the pattern and it's like the model was stitched with 1 strand, and I'm like, mother scratcher. Probably everybody would have liked it better. I don't know. So when I worked on it this week, I did this little leashy thing. I'll talk about my fingers in a minute, by the way. I did this little, it's probably a bridle, it's not a leash. And I started doing the horse's legs because I really wanted to start working on the horse because it's blue. Even though if you go with the DMC charted color, it's like gray and gross. But its previous owner did give a suggestion for the horse that I'm sure that I'm just going to use. So I wanted to get to the horse. It's just so bulky, and I don't know why I didn't notice that. Like I did this flower over here. A lot of this has already been done. Like this and this and this. I think part of this was done. This was done. But I did this and these little bobbles, and I just am now noticing that it's just so bulky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch the horse 1/2. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that'd be crazy? I mean, I do what I want. I'm a grown woman. But I know that there will be like a texture difference, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to try it. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with this because it's making me mad. It's making me mad. Okay, that's all I've worked on. Got a lot done. It's like I've gotten a lot done, but I don't feel like I've gotten a lot done. Right now, my finger just really hurts from that paper cut. So I got a couple things. Not very much, just a couple. I did get my fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. Not gonna take it out of the package. Not gonna. It's a 32 count opalescent linen in Daphne. It's pretty fab. It's showing pretty true to life right now too. It's a dark purple. I think that the Lugana probably dyes lighter. Pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it, but it's gorgeous. Thanks. Thank you, Leslie. And then I placed my first order with Brenda's Needle Minders because Katie the Stash Queen kept showing needle minders from Brenda's Needle Minders, and I was like, okay, I'll go check them out and place an order because I like to support small business. So the first, I'll just show this one first because I love it. This is the first one I got. Seriously, you guys? I'll even put it sideways so you can see it better. Oh. I love this peacock. It's so glittery and pretty and it's heavy, so I don't, no idea what I'm going to use that for, but it sure is pretty. And then I got these ones. I was obviously in a bronzy type of mood. So a little steampunk butterfly. This is, I don't know, a moth, a bee. I think I thought it was a bee, but it looks very mothy. These ring of like Tibetan coins, maybe. This jeweled owl face, and then let's see if I can get that to focus. Not really. It's like an acrylic, sparkly, tigery. I don't know what it is. Those are it. Beautiful. Thank you, Brenda. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. We won't talk about the other needle minder order I just placed with Nifty Needle Nannies. I don't need any more. I've run out of room on my needle minder board. Okay, so before I get into the tag, you guys wear gloves when you dye. I wasn't even dyeing cross stitch fabric. We have my mother-in-law's family reunion is on Saturday. It's the whole weekend, but we're going on Saturday. And it's every other year. And the last one, she decided it would be fun for all of us to be kind of matchy-matchy, so that she's one of 13. So it's a pretty large family reunion. And it's hard to tell who belongs with which sister and brother because they're the ones, it's like my mother-in-law and all of her siblings that are putting this on. So it's so yucky today. So the last time, 2 years ago, we wore red, white, and blue. The reunion's always the third weekend in July. So we wore red, white, and blue, and like my husband and my teenager wore Captain America shirts, and the little boys wore these matching red, white, and blue t-shirts with khaki shorts. It was so cute. And then I wore something, I don't know what it was, something blue. So this year my mother-in-law got this fabulous idea to tie-dye t-shirts for all of us to wear. So she actually bought t-shirts and tie-dyed them all last weekend and mailed us ours. But she either dyed the wrong size or she just mailed the wrong size. Because she made 2 t-shirts for everybody in the family. She's insane. So when I doled out t-shirts, the one left for AJ was like an extra large, which was too big for me, so it was definitely going to be too big for him. So, and she's just like, I sent it, I can't, I had a medium and then a size 16, 18 in boys, because I told her, I don't know why she had a medium, but I told her, you wear a size small in men's or in boys, like an extra large to get a good fit. I don't know. So anyway, there was no t-shirt for him. I put him in the large one. He bitched and moaned the whole time because, See, I don't think he really wants to go because it's a large family. We don't know everybody. So, sometimes they just aren't that fun. So anyway, so I went to Michael's yesterday. Had a coupon. I bought a tie-dye kit from Tulip and a white t-shirt in his size. And this morning I washed it and then I tie-dyed it up. And the second color that I was mixing when I shook it, because I wasn't dyeing yet, so why would I put on the gloves? And I shook it, and for some reason, that one out of the 6 colors, that one leaked. The blue, the darkest color, leaked and like sprayed all over my stove because I was putting them out. It was terrible. So nothing stained but my fingers. How do you get this off? Dyers, if you're watching, how do I fix this? We'll see how the t-shirt goes. It has to sit until tonight, and then I have to wash it again. So, anyway, there's that. Let's get to Jessie Marie's tag, okay? The first question, and I have it up on my computer, that's why I'm looking. First question is an optional question. Take a picture of your setup for recording, insert it if you can. So I took a small video, so I'll insert that here. So what we're seeing here is my Flosstube recording place and stitchy spot, actually. I've cleaned it up just a wee bit, but not a whole lot. So this is question number 1, I think, for Jessie Marie Does Stuff, her behind the scenes tag. So this is where I stitch. And this is where I record my Flosstube videos. First, you can see I'm recording on my iPad right now, but generally it's in the hands of a toddler, or it's big and bulky, and I don't use it. So I almost always use my iPod Touch, which is awesome. I keep it plugged in, though, because it keeps no charge anymore. It's only like 2 years old. It's ridiculous. So I record here. I use the forward-facing camera and I prop it on my OttLite, and when I sit down in my stitchy chair, I'm just about the perfect height. I do it in front of our big picture window. On days like today where it's very cloudy and overcast, I will actually move these curtains like this so that I get as much sunlight, or natural light, it's not even sunlight, I guess it is, natural light as possible. When it's sunny and coming in on me, I found if I put those shears back, it diffuses some of it and doesn't wash everything out. So that's been a learning experience. Now under these is this basket. I put stuff in this basket that I'm working on throughout the week. Sometimes my Q-snaps, right now they're in there. There's a knitting project in there. There is a, that's an envelope of beads for the Northern Expressions Needleworks Peacock Mandala, I think. There's a little light in there, just basically a catch-all of stuff. These are some business receipts. This is my book where I keep all my Flosstube notes. And then right here on top of my printer is where I set my stuff that I'm going to show. And then this, when I'm looking for my haul, this is where that is. It's in this drawer. I don't have very much haul this time. I have a piece of fabric, that's it. And then my Ort jar. I was stitching just a little bit yesterday, and my scissors, those skeins of floss I picked up yesterday. I had to pick up one that I'd almost run out of, the purple for the Fantasy Stitch Along by Lakeside Needlecraft, and then 3 other skeins to complete my DMC collection, and then the quilting thing I bought at the store the other day, and that's that. That is behind the scenes. It's not that fancy. Not that fancy at all. Number 2, how did you come up with your channel name? My business name is 3 Olive Threads, and what happened is I started watching Flosstube before I started my business, but then I created like my business email account, and I decided to use Gmail, and then I was always logged into that, so that none of my Flosstube subscriptions showed up, and I didn't have that many at the time. And so I finally decided, okay, I'm just going to create a YouTube account with my business name, and that way I don't have to keep logging out to watch YouTube and then logging back in to check my email, because they're all related to Gmail, right? So that was it. So it just stayed that way. Whatever. Number 3, when did you post your very first video to YouTube with Flosstube / stitching intentions? My 1-year Flosstube anniversary is coming up. I'm gonna look. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, because now I lost the questions. That was so silly. I want to say it was like July 24th. That was the winter. Number 1, 11 months ago. July 24th. It's coming up in 10 days. I will have been doing this for a year. Isn't that ridiculous? That's so funny. So that's the only time I ever have done videos, has been for Flosstube. Number 4, what do you use for your videos? As you saw from the little movie clip, I use an iPod Touch 5th generation, I think. It's a couple years old. That's what I use. It has great clarity. It has great clarity. I like it better than my iPad, to be perfectly honest. I have a really fancy, like, Canon 6D something or other digital camera, but it doesn't have like a reversible screen, and maybe you can buy one of those. I would probably use something like that with a tripod, because I think I have a tripod too. It was all given to me from a friend of Leaf's when he died. So I was given a lot of his. He was an amateur photographer with really nice equipment. So I was given a lot of it, and I haven't used it very much. So I would use something like that, but this works really well. So I don't. Number 5, do you record onto video software or directly onto YouTube? I guess on video software. I record onto this, and then I dump it into Movie Maker on my computer and edit it that way, which I'm pretty sure goes into number 6. I do edit, not a lot of fancy editing, but I do edit, and I use Movie Maker. It's pretty intuitive. I started out, when I first started editing, I was using the YouTube editor, which was okay, but I think I like a little bit more bells and whistles, and I hated that I had to upload and process, and then edit, and then process again. Like, it seemed like it took forever. It just took forever, and nobody's got time for that. Number 7, how many takes are involved in your videos? I generally don't do takes. If I screw up like right in the beginning, like for this video, I had my iPod flipped the other way, so I'm used to looking to the left at the camera, and I had it flipped so it was on the right, so I was looking like at the bottom, and that was weird, so I stopped it like 30 seconds in and redid it. But normally it's just one take. You get me, warts and all. Number 8, if things go wrong during recording, do you stop and restart or just post it? I guess it depends on how bad it is. I've only ever stopped and restarted once, and that's when I was recording and AJ walked up behind me and I was like, ah! I stopped that and talked to him and then restarted. I've dropped my camera several times. It just stays that way. We're all imperfect. Number 9, from beginning of setup to completely uploaded to YouTube, how long does a standard video take? Probably 4 hours, depending on how much editing I have to do. My videos are generally around a half an hour, 45 minutes. It probably, if I have to insert things, it'll take an hour to save it and edit it and then resave it and then upload it, and processing takes even longer, so I'm going to say 4 hours. And that's pretty streamlined. It takes a minute. I don't do any type of prep. That's number 10. What kind of prep do you do? I don't really do any prep. I put all my projects in a pile, which you saw. I have my notes, which I look at, and I take notes throughout the week, like as I finish things. That's about it. That's about it. Number 11, do you watch your own videos once published? I'll watch it right after this and see what I'm doing to my eye and be like, stop touching your eye. Yes, I do. I do watch my videos usually right after I publish them. I watch them just to make sure that nothing wackadoo happened. And then once in a while, like if I'm checking comments and it, you know, it starts running when you click on it, I'll just leave it. Sometimes I think I'm hilarious and I'm like, why do I not feel like that in real life? Sometimes I'm funny. I watch other Flosstubers more than once too, because sometimes they're hilarious. I don't know. It's just a thing. It's a thing. Number 12, if you could change or enhance or improve your videos in any way, would you, and what would you do? Yes, I would have better lighting. I have been toying with the idea of, sorry, my eyes just itch today, with making like a light box. Like you can find DIY videos on how to make like light rings. I can't remember what they're called. On like tin foil and LED lights, and I have thought about doing that, especially in the winter, because sometimes the lighting just isn't that great. So I would definitely have better lighting. I would find a way to do an overshot, and I just probably need to pull out my tripod and see if I can hook my iPod up to it somehow. I also have a selfie stick that I used once. I have one video that was an overhead shot. It was in the kitchen and I needed my cabinets and the lighting was even worse. Because the lighting in this house. I would probably do some more fancy editing. I have toyed with things. Like with my End of Stitch Mania, I did the slideshow with the music and I was so excited that I figured that out. I really like Jessie Marie's video preview. She's like, you'll be seeing a preview, blah, blah. I love that. I want to know how to do that. I need to Google that because that's fun. I love that. So I would probably do stuff like that. Other than that, that's it. Number 13, share any other tidbits you might have about your own recording or any funny stories related to your channel. Probably the funniest thing is that I've been doing this for almost a year and my husband didn't know about it until probably, it's July, right? Probably, it was at least the beginning of June. And it's so hard to explain a YouTube community to somebody because like I'm on Hangouts on occasion, and he'll like come by and see who's on the hangout and say hi. And but like, how do you meet these people? Well, I met them through YouTube or through Facebook. And he's like, well, you know, how is that? And for a long time, I didn't tell him because I didn't want him to know, because I thought, God, he's going to think that I'm such an idiot. But when I finally was like, yes, I have a channel and I've been uploading videos and this is why I do it, and these are the awesome ideas I've gotten for like business things too, he's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, blah, blah. So that's really the funniest thing about recording videos, is that every time somebody calls, I'm not going to answer it. I could edit this out, but I'm not gonna. So like the whole time I was doing vlogs for Stitch Mania, and I would record, you know, a couple times a day, and I would record at night. He was always around. He just never busted me. AJ busted me once, that one time that I had to edit him out, where he's like, Mom, are you talking to yourself? Yes, I'm talking to myself. What do you want? So that's that. That's the behind the scenes tag. Hope you guys liked it. I've been enjoying watching yours. It's a lot of fun to see other people's setup and hear their story. Plans for the rest of July. I'm definitely going to work on the Lakeside Needlecraft, Durene Jones stitch along this weekend when I can. I might give it an extra day next week, depending. I don't know. Like tomorrow, I have a wedding to do. There's something new. I officiate weddings on occasion. So it's my friend's brother-in-law's wedding. So I have that to do. And then Saturday, I have the family reunion and another party for a previous coworker of mine that it's really important that I get to. So Saturday is pretty much just trashed. Friday night, maybe Friday night. But next week, I need to sew, you guys. I need to sew. I have slowly been trying to carve out an area in my kitchen where I can sew, because going downstairs with the kids and they're weird sleeping isn't always easy, and I figure I think I would get it done if I had my sewing machine up here. So I still have a bunch of things in bags from where I just dropped it after my full retreat, which is not good. So I need to get sewing. I need to get some stuff done. I've got things that need to be done by September, one of which, hi, it's Archer. Some of which are project bags. I need to do those. So I'm not sure how much stitching I'm going to get done. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just wait and see when I come back at the end of July. So hope you guys have a super great, fantastic, stitchy time for the next couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. You guys, I can't believe there's so many people that want to watch me ramble. I love it. I love it. You guys are awesome. And if you have any questions, leave them below. And I will see you soon. Bye.